All right, welcome back to another Nate Wants to Battle React to Nate Wants to Battle. Today we're checking out Mangled, the new version, a really interesting thing that I hadn't thought about but makes sense. When I uploaded the first Mangled reaction, the original version, a lot of people were like, I didn't even know there was like a redone version. I didn't know that this was like the first, I thought it was the only. And it makes sense when I think about the fact that the viewership on the original is almost double that of the remaster. But for whatever reason, I just didn't really put together that there are people who listen to the original and might think that that is the only version and there isn't a remaster, which happens a lot. But I mean, I don't know. It was just a fun fact. Anyway, this is the music video in which I kidnapped MatPat. If you don't know MatPat used to be part of this channel called Game Theory. And Freddy Fazbear and MatPat, and when MatPat met Scott Cawthon, then Scott Cawthon with Freddy Fazbear and William Afton was Game Theory and did Sold to, and we're checking this out. One really funny thing with this is a couple people pointed this out. Who the hell would actually be stuck with that tie-up? I have no idea. I am BDSM-ent. Man, I have no idea how to tie a knot. I dropped out of Boy Scouts, so I have no idea. I was just like, maybe it'll just look good. It doesn't have to actually be tied. People are like, dude, there's no shot. Like, that's not remotely convincing. I'm like, look. Ah, man. Anyway, that's just a funny thing.
Hello? Okay, listen. I have no idea where you are or how you got there. What I do know is that guy you were seen with last night...
I want to give myself some props for cinematography.
No idea where you are or how you got there. What I do know is that guy...
I believe these shots, I think these ones I filmed myself. The rest of it was filmed by Random Encounters, which is a funny thing because they're like, hey, if you ever need help with a video or anything like that, we love working with you. If we can help out, let us know. Let us know. And I was just like, yo, I got a favor I'm going to call in. All right. But now that I look at it, I can't tell what there's a very, very dark line here. Did I just scoot this over? That's weird. But either way, giving myself props, a practical light, single light setup. I thought this shot turned out pretty rad. I was pretty happy with it.
Guy you were seen with last night, he's bad news. But some good news, if you're hearing this, chances are you're still alive. Look, just stay calm and, if you can, avoid him at all costs. Do your best to hold out until morning. Please just stay alive.
So before we actually get into it, so with this music video, at the time I was out in LA and I was collaborating with a lot of people a lot more often. I called, and MatPat's always one of my favorite people to work with back when we were, doing stuff more. He's just, anytime he can make time, always made the time for me, had no reason to, because, comparatively, I was just like a nobody. So it was just genuinely about the content. It was always really fun. Any opportunity I get to reconnect in any way, I always jump on that because it's always such a good time. And I literally hit him up. I'm just like, hey, I have an idea for a FNAF music video. Will you be in it? And he goes, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Show up at my place at this time, and we'll do it. He's like, all right, cool. And I was just like, I was over the moon. I was so stoked. I was so ecstatic that I forgot to explain the concept of the video of what we were doing. And, Matt just being so just like, hell yeah, I'm down for whatever. Bless his soul. I didn't tell him the concept till he got there, and he showed up and he sees this mask stuff, which is just a torn up t-shirt with the mangle face sharpied on it. He sees, and it's like fake blood splatter. There's rope on it. And he's like, so you didn't tell me the concept of the video. What are we doing? And I'm like, Oh, right. I forgot. So I'm gonna kidnap you and tie you up and blindfold and gag you, and basically I'm just gonna be like serial killer serenading you, and you're just gonna sit there and look afraid and upset. And he's like, "All right, cool." So he was just super down. It was very, very fun experience.
Do your best to hold out until morning. Please just stay alive.
Oh, listening to this mix compared to the original, so much better. My lighting for these shots were not as good though. Like it looks a little bit blunt. It's not about the cinematography, but yeah, it's a little crusty, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's in the first reaction we talked about that. There's a harmony in there that was changed. It's that high, be just like us, instead of be just like us. It's different. It's cool. Almost wish I had done both in the new one. Having that 3-part harmony kind of would have been sick. Dude, the head banging, my core kid was like in full force. He's so talented. He sold this role so hard. I barely gave him any direction. I barely had notes. Just like he was so good at like acting like confused and afraid. And he's like, every take he was just like, is there anything different you want me to do? Like, let me know. Cause like, I'm just going off the little direction he gave. And I put, cause he's a theater kid. So like, he's good at this stuff and I'm not really a director. So I just kind of like, on the first take, I put like trust in him. It's like, this is the motivation. This is the concept. This is what's going on. Do whatever comes to mind. Partway through, I'm going to like flip the mask up. But like I actually don't even remember if I told him I was going to do that. That might have been improv or if maybe planned, but I don't know if I told him that. But he just rolled with it. The look into the camera. Like that was all him. And the first time through, we watched it back. I'm just like, dude, I have no notes. You're just really good at this. I love the fact that like he was doing so good just rolling within. The mask is borderline like off of his face. Like it really looks like he was trying not to let it fall. That's so funny, man. This is so DIY. It's wild. Different breakdown. The lead-in. So much better. Love that different version. There's that China we talked about in the first one, but love this. Back to the quarter notes on the ride, or the crash. Yeah, that was a great experience working with Matt. Always a good time. Oh, miss that gentleman a lot. Overall, like most of the analysis we did was in the last video. Everything was about the production and everything was on the production side. It's just a more solid mix. I had become a much better vocalist, in my opinion, between the two recordings. Overall, like to me, just a more superior version. The crashes, the cymbals aren't taking up like the top 60% of the space. They're actually mixed in significantly more cleanly compared to the original. The everything about it. I just think this is a very satisfying redo of a song that I undoubtedly attribute a lot of my success, a lot of my career, a lot of where my life went. It was very, very fun, satisfying, just overall great experience to revisit it in this way with MatPat and how it was received. I couldn't have asked for a better way to like celebrate that song and what it represents and what it did. But aside from that, there's not much else to talk about. It was a great time. It was a fun video. And that is that. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you want to. Have day. Where's the button?